Here we go. And and we're live. So and what, did he really just dip?
Yep, he dipped.
Wow. Wow. Scott, get your ass back here so we can finish. Scott had to go tie his hair in a man bun. Oh, welcome to Blerd Talk, episode 44. Thank you for joining us. I'm gonna go ahead and do a round of introductions because I know some of y'all don't see Scott a lot. So, Scott, you can start.
What it do?
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah, we know. Short and brief.
It's short and brief. Kind of like my penis. Oh man, the comedy never stops around here. Oh man. Oh, the comedy never stops. That was pretty good. I'm quick on the draw. Oh, Jason, after you could get yourself together. Oh man.
Thank you all for watching.
Oh man.
That's it. That's all. Like, thank you all for watching. And yeah.
Two things. For those of you who's wondering, we're going to get into Black Adam next week. We're going to give everybody a chance to see it. But before we get started on this Halloween episode, which is going to house our favorite TV, movies, and shows that we like to be horrified for, because I love horror, I wanted to put you guys on to something real quick. Jason, I'm pretty sure you already know this. Scott, I don't know if you know this. There's some grade A information. James Gunn and Peter Safran to lead DC Films as co-CEOs.
Well, when you're the high caliber of what Disney's putting out, the caliber of the stuff that Disney's been putting out for like the past year and a half, when we got whole Old Spice commercials, and we got Meg Thee Stallion twerking, and we have movies outside of Spider-Man, as in opposed to like Doctor Strange and stuff, falling flat. If I was James Gunn and I saw She-Hulk, I would also look at DC and say, well, you know what? Things are looking a little bit brighter in there. You're lucky we can't talk about it this week, but we'll talk about it next week. We got Shazam 2, which I understand that people might look at it and go, huh, but you did the same thing for the first one and you actually motherfuckers liked it. And then Henry Cavill has announced his return. Better than your boy. I said it. Better than your boy, Josh. Superman returning back to the films.
Wait, are you saying that he's better than Christopher Reeve or Brandon Roth?
Roth.
Roth just had a bad movie, guys. How many times do we got to keep going through this?
Scott, what do you think?
No, I didn't know where you were going with that either. I thought you were referencing Christopher Reeve. That's why I was
Coffee.
Okay. Yeah, Brandon Roth. Come on now. He didn't really talk much. I think Josh is obsessed with the fact that he had the overall look of what Superman made look like.
He did have to. Okay. If I'm being honest,
he's tall in real life.
Yes.
Chiseled. And that's
okay.
Just...
If we're being honest, I absolutely prefer Henry Cavill's Superman to what it is now, because to me he acted the same as Clark Kent in Man of Steel. But now I like the transition that he's going through. Like, hey, this is Superman, this is Clark Kent. I like that now. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all smoke and say okay.
Thank you.
Now, before we get into the horror stuff, James Gunn. But you know what? Even still, with this being said, this is to me shaky news, because still, now he's not the writer. Now he can approve stuff. Scott, help me if I'm wrong, because you're the real actor in here.
Oh God.
As the co-CEO, he can look over the script, right? You're an actor, Scott. What you want me to say? You were an actor. You are an actor. So let's say if I'm the co-CEO, if Jason writes, okay, I look at the script and say yay or nay. Like, okay, this is good, this is not good. Where we going?
I mean, you can look at it just from a business standpoint. Whether you CFO, COO, CEO, you're in the upper echelon regarding management, so you pretty much oversee the writing or the hiring decisions. So if you don't agree with it, then you overall have.
Okay, all right, okay, I can agree with it. If he goes, okay, this is shit, write it over. I can. Okay. Now, like I said, we're gonna have to see how this go. I'm not holding my breath. Go ahead.
But then again, that if he were to do that, or if they, since it's were to do that, then they're essentially micromanaging, and they aren't trusting the process of the other people that they hired to do their actual job of overseeing whoever is in the writing room. So,
I mean,
it's all about who they trust and what vision they put out there for whatever writers they're looking for.
You think he'll pull some writers like from other places? Like, hey, I need you to write for me.
I think that would be smart.
That would be very
have
smart.
Familiarity as well as outside thinkers that have like a mixture.
That would be very smart if he pulls that.
The only thing I don't like about this move is simply the fact that Warner Brothers Discovery is trying to literally have their own MCU with the DCU, and I'm just thinking, just stay in your own lane.
Just stay in your own lane.
That's why
Agreed.
Just stay in your lane.
Just
no knock on James Gunn. He did Peacemaker, so I believe in him.
And yes, Peacemaker was good. Yes, absolutely.
I appreciate Disney providing this type of entertainment of having a literally 10 to 15, 20 plus year continuity of movies together. I appreciate it. This is just personal. I never asked for it. Like, I would have been okay if none of these Marvel movies were connected at all.
Agreed. I absolutely agree.
Not ever made, but just like not like a whole big
umbrella. Like they're all under a big umbrella. I get you.
To me, everything they did was a cherry on top for me.
Yes, Scott. Yes, Scott.
Jay, 90% of the stuff you say, I agree with you. That part I don't, because you say that now, because now they're starting to like fall off a bit. But wait. You say that now, but they had a vision to have shit connected. Mm-hmm. All right. They have certain things connected and to have a leading point to something else bigger and grander. All right. Without that, then it's directionless. It's just out there. It's just random stuff that has no piece, has no pieces connecting. And you're just going to look at it, and then you're probably 15, 20 years ago, whenever they started, you're probably going to be looking at it now like the Ms. Marvels or the She-Hulk, because
no, when I say that, I'm coming from the standpoint of I didn't expect to get a fucking Blade movie. We ended up getting a whole MCU of shit. Like that's why I'm coming. Like I never. That's what I mean. Like
I don't even know we're gonna have a Blade movie. I don't even know we're gonna have a Blade movie.
I'm talking about Wesley Snipes.
I know. You're talking about Wesley. Okay, got you. Okay.
Like how we as us. How shocked were we when they announced that they're actually doing a Spider-Man movie? Like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. It's like, it's pretty really? So that's what I mean when I say I never asked for the MCU because I never thought anybody would go that far.
Yeah.
Iron Man, Cap. I don't know how people feel about the Hulk mainstream-wise. I know not too many people might have knew Iron Man and Cap back then. I don't know where Hulk stands because I don't know if he was big mainstream outside of like Spider-Man and X-Men and Wolverine, of course. I don't know where Hulk. I think Hulk might be more known than the two because, of course, we had the sci-fi series, but
the Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno, yeah.
In fact, I would go to say that maybe Hulk was more known than Iron Man.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and Cap to a certain extent. I think people knew Cap only because of the symbolism, but
right, exactly. But never like knew of him. Exactly. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
So that's what I meant. I didn't mean like I don't like it or I don't appreciate it. I'm just saying like my brain did not ever think that they were going to do an Avengers movie. Like y'all really about to. And then I'm coming from the time, respect to the old heads, where most generally the lead superstar actors, they had their own and they weren't like Look how long it took. We got a Stallone Schwarzenegger movie. Like, it took almost damn near like 30, 40 years. But when you have loved to see a Rambo Commando tie-in or Rambo versus Terminator, like, them two were so big on their own. They're like, we don't even need to do a movie with each other. So to see Robert Downey and Evans and Samuel L.
Well, you gotta keep in mind, Chris Evans wasn't huge.
Oh, correct. Okay.
He wasn't huge. He
Wait, what? Whoa,
it was not another teen movie, which was
trash.
And then,
you're right.
And then he was Johnny Storm.
Yep,
and then
you're right.
Yeah, so he wasn't a huge star.
Yeah, actually, Robert Downey's the
and he was and Robert Downey was on a downslope because of the stuff he was going through. So
that's fair. That's fair. No, that's fair. Good point. Yeah. They weren't looked at like that at the time. Good point.
Yeah, and that's crazy because I really would have thought that
we know.
Right.
We know.
Like, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang,
US Marshals.
Yeah. To me, Robert was like,
Back to school with Rodney Dangerfield.
He just had that issue going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty worried, and I'm worried because I know everybody see this as like a good thing, but I feel like now James Gunn is gonna have to think, okay, like kids are gonna see this or young people, and I feel like that's gonna affect him. It ain't like HBO, like Peacemaker. It ain't like that. Like, he got a broader he has a broader audience now. Peacemaker was kind of in a thing of his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's gonna have to go like, he's gonna have to make this is going out. Maybe we should change this and this.
Y'all, you lucky boy. I can't comment because I can't comment.
Really?
Next week.
I mean, James Gunn also did Guardians, and that was very like in your face, silly, goofy.
That's true, but it wasn't as. Did you ever see Peacemaker?
I saw the first episode, and I saw a lot of. I saw the first episode.
Oh my god!
You missed it, bro. Peacemaker might be one of the best shows last year. Period.
Yeah, Peacemaker was good. Really good, show, bro. The story was good.
Really, really good. Oh, it gets dark, bro.
Yeah, it gets very. and I this is not a spoiler, but at the end of Peacemaker, basically the Justice League comes. So it's Gal Gadot, Aquaman, Superman, The Flash, and he's like, "Now you fuckers show up." he literally tells the Justice League, "Now you fuckers show up." And Aquaman says something. He's like, "Go fuck a fish." It was like
the actual actors.
So now Barry and Aquaman were the actual actors. Wonder Woman was kind of like grayed out, and Superman was just flying, and you couldn't see his face. It was made like a shadow. But Barry and Aquaman.
Ezra Miller was actually there?
Yes, he was actually there and wasn't kidnapping nobody and doing wild shit and assaulting people. He was actually there. He was actually there.
I was there.
Jay, I know what you about to say because I know from your reaction. I know you can't say it. You can't say it. So Scott, you definitely going to have to see Black Adam this week, like before Tuesday of next week, because we definitely got big things to discuss.
It should be bootleg by then. No. I'm not saying it in a negative. See. I'm trying to hold it. I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm just saying it should be bootleg
because
it's been 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks.
Because I'm not gonna lie.
What you're saying is it's not a prime piece of cinema that was released.
Josh, let's move on to the next topic.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta hold our stuff. We gotta hold on. We're gonna hold on to that. We're gonna hold on to that, Scott. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Right. Next topic. Stay focused. Okay, y'all. So Halloween. We normally do like our top movies, that scared us back in the day or now. So I'm going to start with my number one. The Haunting of Bly Manor on Netflix.
Never seen it.
And it was one before that too. It was another one too. The Haunting of Hill House. Those two.
House on Haunted Hill.
I thought it was called The Haunting of Hill House. The one on Netflix.
With Tay Diggs?
No, the one on Netflix. Like the one on Netflix.
They remade that one.
Huh?
Come on, Scott. Scott
Right,
said-
Scott sounds like he's talking about the one with Tay Diggs. Exactly.
Hey, that joke was lit.
That
Hey,
shit was
stop playing
trash.
with-
That shit was trash. That shit was trash.
I thought the movie and the TV series was the same thing.
No,
Same title.
definitely not.
Hey, stop hating on House on Haunted Hill.
Man, that joke.
That was a decent movie.
That was the one with Captain Barbosa in the joke. Jeffrey Rush was in that joke. But those are my two. And of course, y'all know I like anything. Horror is my thing, but definitely I know this gonna sound like to say it, but like It, the old school It, The Conjuring, anything with like demonic stuff, that shit already scares me because I like that shit throws me for a loop.
The Conjuring.
Yeah, we went to go see The Conjuring. Hey, no. Do y'all remember? And we was all here. Y'all may not remember. It was all of us. We were like 10 deep. We went to go see Paranormal Activity at Regal in Potomac Yards. And y'all remember we sat in that IHOP for like 5 hours because nobody wanted to go home?
Not nobody. Y'all didn't want to go home.
I know I didn't want to go home because I was home by myself. I knew I wasn't going home.
Y'all didn't want to go home. I was
Scott,
good.
do you remember that?
I don't remember the movie I was going. I remember I was staying at IHOP for a really long time.
Dude, we stayed at IHOP. Like, that dude was like, hey, man, y'all leaving or what? We was like, nah, fam, bring me another round of pancakes because I'm staying right here, Slim. I was scared. I was like, I'm not going home, Slim. I am not going home.
I finished my food. I'm like, yo,
Bruh.
I can't keep eating these little shreds of hash browns left on my plate. We got to go, son. Come on.
Bruh, I must have had, and I think that week, my parents were gone. So
I'll be honest, that's the last scary movie that came out in the modern day era that scared me.
Oh,
That scared me. Not entertained because I love The Conjuring. I was never scared though, but
I was
entertained. Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, Paranormal.
Drag out the bed and that real life camera documentary thing. That don't kind of get under my nerves.
And I remember
Blair Witch. Stop playing with me.
Blair Witch was trash. Blair Witch was trash.
I hate you, Blair Witch.
Blair Witch straight dumpster juice.
It's one of the greatest trailers ever.
Straight dumpster juice. Straight dumpster juice. But y'all know I love anything like that. I just watched a show on Netflix called 28 Days Haunting, and it's supposed to be based off Ed and Lorraine Warren, where they say you have 28 days to break the veil where your spirit world becomes the. It was actually pretty good, but like all that type of stuff scares me. So like and Scott and Jason, my favorite movie. You already know what it is, the horror movie. Come on now. Don't let me down.
Gigi with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez.
Good night. Good night. We talked about it. It was a sleeper. We thought it was gonna be trash. It was a sleeper.
Oh no, go ahead.
Don't say Malignant. Don't say Malignant because that movie was.
Malignant was my movie, bro. That thing was good.
You know what? You laughing because you're you know what? I know why you laugh every time you mention Malignant because your mind immediately goes to that scene when she's in the jail. And the head turns around.
Oh my
and
God!
doing all these Matrix moves.
I mean, it's literally in the police station throwing people across the room. I was like, damn! Yeah. But Malignant, that was a great movie. I know, but I still want to see that movie Smile. I didn't see that.
No.
It was bad. It was bad.
Good. It's not good.
Is it on the dark net?
It's on the dark net. Did you ever see Hereditary? Did you ever see Hereditary?
Yeah. I haven't seen Hereditary.
Hereditary was good.
Is that on the streaming service? Or I got.
I think it's on Prime.
Yeah, it should be
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that Hereditary was good too. I thought that was a good movie. That was good. But of course, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
What?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Not being, but that's a Halloween favorite. You gotta watch.
Let me see if that was on my list.
Killer Clowns from
Outer Space. I thought about that.
Hey y'all, just to let y'all know, if you never seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space, you tripping. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is the classic, and I feel like if you watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space, you gotta watch Critters. All right, they go like hand in hand. I definitely feel like you gotta watch Critters.
I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space. The only scene that really spooked me was the shadow puppet.
That shit. Oh my God. And you know the part that always makes me laugh. He's like, "Hey, little fella," he picks up. Can I beep the horn on his little body? He smashed that shit on the ground. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is a classic. I got the fog. The fog was on my list too. The old school fog, not the one with Tom Welling. Okay. The fog was on the list.
Tom Welling?
No, that one was trash. No, that Tom Welling one was trash. The original fog, that one. And till this day, if there's fog, I still get scared. Like, I'm not scared, but I'm like, oh shoot. I can't really say no zombie movies. Zombies not really. I feel like we didn't kind of ate that genre out. Like, I don't want to see like another thing with zombies. Like,
even though the original Night of the Living Dead was heartbreaking, that was hard. That was hard.
Oh man, you know what I didn't put on my list? The Reanimator. Did y'all ever see the Reanimator?
Yeah.
And what Night of the Living Dead is with the black dude? Which one was that?
The first one. That was the OG one.
I like he was killed not by the zombies.
Yep.
He made it out. He was the first black man ever to survive
in a movie.
Almost survived a horror
film.
Got
killed by the man.
The goddamn man. Like,
that was the whole freaking movie was about. Not like that in particular, but the message of it in general. Yeah.
But those were mine. I wanted to get that off because I realized some people. I know horrors are like. First of all, Halloween is like my favorite. Like, I want to say holiday, but it's like my favorite thing.
Time of the year.
Yeah, because I like being scared. I like that if even when you're not home, even when you're home, you're not safe. I like that feeling when you're watching a horror movie, you know something's about to happen.
Adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, I love that. Like, what was the one with the doll? That John Dead Silence. Dead Silence.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Josh, you said you sticking to 5, man. You dipping in my.
My bad. List. Okay, let me shut up. My bad, Scott.
Dead Silence. That was good. I forgot about Dead
Silence.
No. See.
My bad, Scott. Go ahead, bro.
You know what?
Do your thing.
Right, no. You know what, Josh? Talk about Dead Silence. I'm taking it off my list. It's fine.
No. Go ahead. It's Slim. No, go ahead. Do your thing. No.
Go ahead. It's fine. I
sure?
I have plenty more.
Okay,
sure.
I chose Dead Silence too because I watched that on like the worst night you can ever watch that. It was like a Friday. It was raining. I was the only one in my apartment. I was like, I don't know about this. And I ended up watching it. That shit scared the crap out of me. Like, so Dead Silence is on my list. But anything that has like ghost, paranormal, demons, like that shit really freaks me out. But oh my gosh, like that 28 days haunting thing. Yo, I really had to cut it off like around midnight. I was like, man, let me cut this thing off so I can go to sleep. So that thing is I feel like those movies you should definitely watch. Like, for sure. Go ahead.
Bring up Ghost. You can't tell me Ghost wasn't scary when the little demons would come up from the ground and drag the dude down the hill.
Oh man. Then they start dragging the back. That, you know what? Ghost is one of like that scene alone, and then when he's fighting them off and they look like they just jacking him. Ghost is
because they die and finally see him.
Yeah,
so they like, oh snap.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, Ghost was. Oh man. I'm trying to think what else. That's all I really had on my list. I definitely. Dude, I finished. I just watched The Nun too. So I finally watched all the movies like in the Conjuring universe. I finished all of them.
Yeah.
So like,
bro.
The Nun, the one with the lady who drowned her kids. It's called La Lorma or something like that. I forgot what it was called.
Something like that.
But I finally watched all of them. I watched all the Annabelles, and I actually watched them in order. So
that's real.
You know, I actually watched them in order. And when you watch them in order, it makes not saying that the other ones didn't make sense too, but I think it makes it worse. Yeah. Because you see how the demon progressed. And it's really weird. Like the one where the demon, you actually see the demon when it was taking over the little girl. body, and basically was asking permission to possess her, and oh man, it was freaky. I was like, God dang, this one was like scaring the crap out of me. But that's what I had. Those are like my movies that you should be watching right now, like especially like The Haunting of Hill. That series was good. The Haunting of Hill House, the one, and those The Haunting of Bly Manor and The Haunting of Hill House are on Netflix. And you can also, while you there, you might as well watch Midnight Mass.
I gotta catch Midnight. I heard a lot about
Midnight Mass was good. It's made by the same guy that did The Haunting of Bly Manor. That he does that too. He actually has another one called The Midnight Club that I want to see.
I think I saw something about that.
Yeah, I wanted to see that Midnight Club thing. But definitely, if you ever see Midnight Mass, those are on Netflix. The Conjuring stuff, that's on HBO Max, and I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix too. Most of the stuff I have is on Netflix, so you can watch it. But that's what I got. I don't want to get into nobody's top, but those are mine. If you want to be, I'm kind of with Jason though. I don't think I've seen anything that really truly scared me. Probably like Paranormal Activity, but that scene in Insidious when like the little Jack or whatever comes behind the woman, that shit scared the crap out of me. I never forget that. I had nightmares of that for like a week. But y'all can go. Who want to go next? You know,
you want to go? You want me to go?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, I'll go ahead. All right, so it's my top 5. I only did 5, y'all. The top 5 scariest movies that just spooked me out of my shoes. I'm starting at number 5. The Adventures of Pluto Nash with Eddie Murphy. Let me tell you something.
Wait a time out.
If you want to see a horror film,
time out.
If you want to see a terrible film,
Scott, that's
that
not
will
funny.
Shake you out your shoes.
Don't laugh at that shit. Don't laugh at that shit. Your man said The Adventures of Pluto Nash. With Eddie Murphy, that's what you told Eddie Murphy one?
Absolutely.
Oh my
you want to talk about a horror film at its best? Okay.
Oh my God.
Number 4. The Happening. Lord, boy.
Happening.
Trees killing people.
Not because it was scary, but because it was stupid. It was stupid.
The lawnmower drove over a man that killed John Leguizamo.
When the dude laid down, that one, when your man laid down and that lawnmower rolled off, I was like, oh yeah.
My Lord. Josh, number 3, and I'm surprised this wasn't on one of your top 3 horror films because it's one of your top 3 favorite films. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Screaming goats, naked gods, terrible jokes, a wasted villain. Oh my, you want to talk about, man, I was under the seat.
Under the seat.
Number 2, Shit Hulk.
Oh my God.
Meg the Stallion and CG. Well, Meg the Stallion ass is fine. I love you, Meg. But the CGI ass was terrible.
Well, first of all, I ain't gonna lie. She-Hulk had yams, okay? She-Hulk had yams.
It was digital.
It was digital yams, but them Jones were moving yams, okay? They were digital yams, but they were moving.
Terrible. All episodes. And number 1, the scariest movie I've ever seen in my entire life to this day. Beloved. Oprah Winfrey. Danny Glover.
Beloved. I ain't gonna.
Daughter, it was spooky.
Yeah, it was spooky. Hey, you know what scene? You know what scene gets me in Beloved?
Horror in the making.
Yo,
guys.
when they're in the cabin and the light, they go red and the girl. Yeah, that scene. Yeah, you right. Yeah, Beloved was kind of out there. It really was, though. It really was. Beloved was really out there.
That is mine.
Your man has the most unique list of horror movies I've ever seen in my life. Your man.
Wait, was the list horror movies or like the scariest movies? Because
your man said I was under my seat with Thor: Love and Thunder, though.
But also, all right. So serious, super serious. I'll make it quick because mine's a simple. I'm old head. Number 5 is the OG Candyman for me. That shit, I still can't do it to this day. Number 4, OG Hellraiser. Like
But were you really scared of Hellraiser, or was it just gory?
Oh, I was mortified, bruh. When he started moving that box, bruh, and I didn't know what was about to come. And then, man, number 3, Misery. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm serious. Misery.
No, that's a crazy obsessed woman. You know,
breaking his legs. That I remember watching that scene and like, oh my God! Like I remember that. Okay, I can get. I feel like everybody's gonna have a Stephen King movie in their lineup. I feel like everyone's gonna have a Stephen King.
Number 2, Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Dream Warriors.
Yes. Yes.
And number one. And the other movies outside, I could watch Misery again. I can't watch Hellraiser, and I can sort of watch Candyman, but I can't. Hellraiser and Misery, that's going to take a lot out of me. But this one, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Not the one with Matthew McConaughey. You talking the one before that?
No, the original number one.
Okay.
I can't do it, bro.
That one is even shot weird. The ending is really weird. Isn't he running and then like it pauses, like it freeze frames, and with the girl? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That one.
I can't do it. So that is my true 5. Even though Adventures of Pluto Nash, that's one hell of a horror film. But
now y'all know what's funny? I actually enjoyed the Adventures of Pluto Nash. I actually enjoyed Pluto Nash. Now I feel like an ass. Because I actually enjoyed the Adventures of Pluto Nash. Now I feel like an ass. I actually enjoyed that movie a little bit. I was like, oh, this is trash, but it's watchable. It's watchable. I was like, it's definitely watchable. Oh man, that sucks. Oh my God. I feel like a complete ass now. Jeez.
I tell you.
Oh God, I feel like a complete ass. All right, Scott. Whoa, man, I feel like a straight douche. Go ahead, Scott.
You feel like a douche for liking shitty movies? Look, it's a continuous thing with you, isn't it?
Go to hell, Scott. Nobody likes you.
Oh, geez, I feel on the spot now. Come on, man. You said Shang-Chi was the best MCU, but you know what? That's another. No, that's good.
Pluto Nash or
I'm allowed.
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder.
I know it's good.
Love
you
and
said
Thunder.
it was the best movie in the MCU ever.
I was taken back, okay, because Shang-Chi really spoke to my soul.
I don't know.
My man Jason is wheezing like Jesus. All
right.
Scott, I'm curious to see what your list is.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I got 7. So I got a mixture of some current stuff and some stuff from the 80s. Horror is my favorite genre of movies.
Same. I absolutely agree. Absolutely. Favorite genre of movies.
I've said this on the show before, so I'm just going to start it off. Deadly Friend. I don't know. I can't remember if that's Stephen King. I doubt it. But it came out in the 80s. Has Christy Swanson in it.
What's it called?
Very cheesy. Deadly Friend. Matter of fact,
Google 1986. Christy Swanson. Yep, you're right. Okay.
Google Deadly Friend and see if there's a GIF of the basketball scene.
After his friend is killed by her abusive father, the new kid in town attempts to save her by implanting a robotic microchip into her brain. Oh man. Oh, I gotta see this. Okay. All right. I'm adding that to the list right there, Scott.
All right. It's very cheesy, but at the same time, it's got that feeling of, you know what? As you're watching it, you'll get that similar feeling that you were watching Malignant. A similar feeling. Like you're watching something like real ridiculous.
Annie Ramsey is in it. The girl who played the Goonies, the mother from the Goonies. No, I mean the older lady. The older lady.
Oh, yeah.
Don't throw mama from the train.
Who's scared? Yeah.
Yeah. Throw mama from the train. That was a great movie, by the way. Throw mama from the train. That was a great movie.
Yeah, that movie.
Next movie, I'm not going from like decade to decade, but next movie that's on the list came out a few years ago. Upgrade.
Upgrade.
The guy, he gets paralyzed and gets the chip inserted in his spine.
This is like a horror movie for you?
Hey, did you see that movie?
No, I never saw it. I ain't gonna lie.
It's more of a psychological thriller, but the way everything unfolds towards the end, that shit was like a horror.
Okay, all right.
I've been meaning to watch this joint too.
Right. It reminded me of like Henry, so that's probably why I didn't watch it. Okay.
No, but I enjoyed it. Let the Right One In.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, now, hold on.
The original.
Okay, all right, because because it was let me in and then let the right one in. So yeah.
That's what I said. Let the right one in.
That's not the girl from Kick-Ass. You talking about? Okay, that was let me in.
Even though that movie was all right, but no, not the original.
Okay, got you. All right, tracking. All right, I can stand by that.
The next one, I'm gonna have. I put the name and then I put something else in parentheses. Life, the movie with Ryan Reynolds when the astronauts are in space.
With the little. My boy was in it. Okay. All right. Okay.
I never seen it.
Oh, okay. Now, did Stephen King do this? No, it was Wes Craven. Never mind. But The Thing, the original.
Oh no, that was John Carpenter, brother.
John Carpenter.
Yes. Oh, The Thing is really good.
Wes Craven was like,
that's a real good one. That's a real good one.
I can't.
Oh man, The Thing.
The best movies.
Oh, that thing creeped me out. Oh my God.
Son. I can't.
Oh yeah, that one. I
can't.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're right. That one was
scenes where it tricks on other people's body and their face is stretched out.
Oh my God! That's and the one where the dude loses his head, but then like the legs come out his neck,
out like spider legs.
That was.
Oh, how about when it come out the dog?
Oh,
okay, you know what? Never mind. All right.
Oh my God. Yeah, that one was.
Stomach. It was the stomach jump for me.
Yeah, the stomach.
Oh, when he was doing the clear and then
and then it clapped his hands. Oh yeah. He was like boop. And he's like The new one wasn't. The new one wasn't half. The new one wasn't good at all.
The new one wasn't half as gory.
Yeah, it really was.
The next one on the list would be The Blob from the 80s.
Oh my God!
I don't know, for whatever reason I saw it recently. I love that movie.
That joke was dope, man. That joke was dope. I had it on VHS.
My dad had us watch it. I was like, "What the hell is this?" The
scene when the couple is up on the hill in the car and they're making out, and then the guy slip his hand, and then that
good times.
Good times.
Last movie. I don't know if it would be considered horror, but I enjoyed it. Night of the Comet.
Scott, you didn't name some.
This before.
You didn't name some off the wall.
I'm gonna set the premise. Two women, 80s. They have a party the night before. They wake up the next day. World has ended.
Yo,
it's nothing but
was
dust.
Just talking about this movie today at my job.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, it's a good movie.
They just talked about it.
Ooh, Catherine Mary Stewart is in there. So is it like an apocalypse?
It's like an apocalypse movie with like the people that did survive turned to like zombies or something like that.
I may have to check him out.
I may have to watch that.
Good movies used to watch on WB or Sci-Fi Channel on a Saturday afternoon back in the day.
I'm going to watch that.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Yo, all right.
Yeah, it kind of. Oh man, no, They Live, y'all.
They Live. That was a great movie.
They Live is a great movie, bro. Oh my God.
All out of bubblegum.
Oh man.
I came to kick ass and
chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Oh my gosh. Okay, Scott, I'm gonna have to watch this. I'm gonna have to watch this and see what's up. Definitely going to watch this. That's actually unique. That you got some.
It's unique because some of them wouldn't be considered, but at the same time, of course, I'm thinking about all the movies that have sequels. But I just want to just step outside the box, not as outside the box as Jason with his original list.
But his original list was pretty accurate. It's a pretty hot list.
But, a little out there.
Man, okay. I'm gonna have to check that out, bro. I definitely wanted to tell y'all, Scott, your homework assignment. So, because next week is going to be a hell of an episode. I'm letting y'all know because we're giving everybody some time so they can see Black Adam because it will be full of spoilers. It's going to be full of spoilers next week. So, Scott, I'm going to need you to go to the movies so you can check that out. Because I definitely have some opinions about it. And I'm just going to say right now that I don't know if I can
support DC anymore.
No, I'm not gonna say if I can. I can't believe reviews anymore. I will say that. I will say that.
Oh, next week gonna be good too, because you right up where I'm gonna go with it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe reviews no more. Even from a source who's my go-to. I'm not even talking about Rotten Tomatoes. But here's the thing, and I'm gonna leave it at this. Last week, now I haven't checked this week, but last week, the internet, I don't know, was losing their damn minds. They said that Wonder Woman 84 was better than Black Adam.
Let me say this.
What?
I think it's not even a think, because
Jay, hold it. Because
no, it's not about the movie.
Oh, okay.
It's not about the movie.
Okay.
But like, see, everybody's review to me of a movie or a show is an opinion to me. But at the same time, what I do, no movie critic or blogger can never affect what I want to see and how I feel
when you do it,
when I watch it.
Yep.
But what I do for entertainment purposes is I do read a bunch of reviews to kind of get the picture, consistency of what I'm dealing with. So if I notice a consistent tone of something, that might give me cause to pause. But there is just certain stuff that is downright ignorant, stupid,
agreed,
and to the point where I feel like, and this is just for superhero films, and no knock on MCU, because I understand that it's been the gold standard for going on 10 plus years, but I think people go into these other superhero film movies
wanting that.
Doesn't have to. They're already ready to compare it.
Agreed. And if we go into movies
with that mindset, every movie's going to get a low score. If I go in thinking to see Winter Soldier or Dark Knight or Endgame, it ain't going to be that. So
I agree.
People, and I guess we'll get more into it next week, but I kind of gave it a little bit away when I was going to say next week. Like,
so what you're saying is,
don't say it.
People need to watch the movie.
So what you're saying is, Black Adam isn't as bad as people saying it.
All I'm saying is, I want people to watch the movie for what it is. My biggest critique.
Oh, that's the same thing I said about Venom. All right, but sorry, my bad. Continue.
Here we go. You see how your man just went there? You see how your man just went there?
But
Venom is gonna start being the running joke on the show.
But like, one of my biggest knocks I had for the Iron Man 2 movie was it was so busy worrying about Avengers 1. When I didn't care about Avengers 1, I wanted to see what Iron Man and Tony Stark was going through. Mm-hmm. And even his personal issues in Iron Man 2 took a back seat to Nick Fury and Black Widow to set up of the next Avengers movie. He handed him the temporary cure to keep him from dying so he can do the Avenger thing. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. I wish people who consider themselves professional critics or feel like their voice is big enough to be heard when it comes to movies, stop going into movies with comparing and already have a similar formula for something that it ain't really supposed to be the same thing. Like, I seen, and kind of to give it away, but I laughed so hard. I seen a critique of Black Adam, and I'm not to give it too much away, but just a little bit. I seen a critique where, in general, the person said not enough humor, and I'm like, this is not the MCU. If you want to go, if you want humor, then go watch Shit-Hulk. But don't come here for that. Don't come. Like, every movie does not have to be MCU based or have humor.
Yep.
Like, stop it.
But that's the problem. That's the problem. Because, okay, even if you take a movie like The Dark Knight, all right, let's take The Dark Knight. What humor? There was a tad bit of humor in there because it came from the Joker. But that's my whole thing. It's kind of like people are focused on this MCU formula, and it's like, okay, our movies have to be funny.
Yes.
They can't be serious. And I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. Because when you get a character who's not funny, like Blade, how's that going to work?
They call him stoic, emotionless, and lacking personality because he's not funny.
Yep.
But he had funny lines.
Thank you.
But all these motherfuckers trying to ice skate. He said, you know what?
And not only that, granted, it's not about just it's not funny. It's not funny lines. There are other emotions you convey. You can convey that could get across to people that does not involve humor.
Yes, agreed.
Wesley was hurt when he seen his mom was still alive on Blade 1. He was like, "What?
Where you been at?
Yeah.
Where you been, mama?
He was hurt.
Where you been, mama?
He didn't crack a joke.
Yep, he didn't.
Like a Thor movie.
He didn't. Whoa,
y'all leave.
You leave throwing. Y'all leave.
Do you see the difference?
Right. I got you.
Under your rep, y'all leave throwing.
Y'all leave throwing.
My man witnessed his mom get bit, so on and so forth, born as Blade, blah blah blah. He thinking his mom dead and gone and the love of his life, and then only to find that she's still alive, kicking it because.
Even when Whisker dies, Whisker. I'm thinking the goddamn Resident Evil. Goddamn what was my man? What was his name? I was
about to say Whispers, but it ain't Whispers.
It was something with a W. When he's dying and he's about to take the L and shoot himself, and Blade just gives him the gun and he's like, walk away. And you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was hard. Like, but like you said, no emo. It's no joke cracking. But you know, that's my biggest problem I had with Spider-Man. Like when shit is serious, we want to crack jokes. Like the whole No Way Home thing. This man is this man is literally performing a spell. And like, what sane person is going to interrupt the spell 3 or 4 times? Now I can see once, like, oh wait, strange, wait, before you go, let me just like, who's going to do that? You know,
me being who I am, I'd be afraid. Once I like lock in, I'm locked in.
I'm locked in. Right. I'm like this. I'm like, nah, I don't want to say nothing to fuck it up, no nothing. Yeah, but that's my biggest problem with Spider-Man. Like, it took him 3 movies to actually mature, and he didn't really do it to the end of the movie.
Yep.
He really did. Like, okay, just like the shit with the glasses. Like, come on, bro. What dude is gonna? This man that left you his glasses and the whole shit.
I don't deserve that.
I don't deserve Who says that? Like, he has to be the dumbest teenager I've ever come across. Like, nobody.
But he was smart enough to outthink Doctor Strange with the.
Yep.
In his universe.
Like I don't understand. Like, it was really hard for me because yes, he's supposed to be in high school, but he didn't act like a high schooler. It's like, come on, seriously, dude, you really gonna give these glasses?
What they could have did with that is that he was more book smart, but he wasn't like common sense smart.
But I would even like that maybe he lost the glasses. I can see like a teenager, you know, somebody in high school losing. He leave his backpack in there, the sunglasses in there. That shit would have been a little bit more believable. For you to just hand them over to some dude you don't know, technically, because Nick Fury said he was cool. I don't know this dude from Mayonnaise. How am I supposed to know that this dude is a whatchamacallit? I'm like, it's crazy.
But at the end of the day, the big picture of what Josh is speaking about, what he just said, and my issue that we'll get more into probably
next week is going to have to. Next week going to be the episode.
One movie gets blasted for speaking about what y'all just spoke about. The Spider-Man No Way Home, which I also consider the best of the 3 movies.
Yep. It's like, perfect from beginning to end. Yep.
And that's going to play into next week.
Yep.
How some of us can sit and watch, and we point these things out about Peter Parker. I've even, like, we have all spoken about, I've even kind of been like, I kind of hate this immature, ignorant Spider-Man giving up. I even had an issue with the giving up. Like, you just gave up your glass.
Yeah, like what?
Right. And that is a fair criticism to have if that is your critique. But when you don't critique it for this movie, but you point out every microscopic thing critique in this movie is what Josh kind of spoke to when I say he's right in my lane. I don't believe y'all no more. I cannot believe y'all no more.
It's crazy how much hate that movie got. And I'm literally like, are we watching the same thing? Like,
again, New Mutants got hit with
New Mutants was oh my God.
No, it's not the greatest cinematic film piece of the history of life.
But it was good.
Was not as bad as y'all.
Oh my! I mean, they gave New Mutants, like when New Mutants came out, like seriously, it was getting nothing over like a 2 on a scale to 10. Like it was getting nothing. But when I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, this joint is not bad at all. This joint is actually pretty damn good.
It's okay.
Yeah,
like,
it was okay. Like, yeah. I mean, they bashed New Mutants though. I'm talking about
destroyed it.
Oh, like Rotten Tomatoes destroyed it. IGN destroyed it. Polygon. I don't think there was no review over a 5 nowhere when New Mutants came out, and it was not that bad at all.
It was not that bad.
I literally, and I paid for that one. I'm literally sitting there like, this joint is not bad at all. New Mutants is not bad.
I hung in there the entire time it was in limbo. I hung in there. I'm like, yo, no matter how y'all release this movie, I want to see this movie, and that's the point. Even I didn't see it until it was on demand. Like it came out on the movie theaters. Of course, Disney didn't care. Let's just collect what we can on the check, collect what we can on the movie.
And I actually paid for it on Google Play. Yeah, I actually paid for it
on demand, $20.
Yep.
First day it came out.
Yep. Same.
Yeah, that's the point. I saw the reviews. I saw the scores, and I was like, I gotta see this for myself. And I watched it, and I was like, this joint ain't that bad.
So the thing, and the thing is this. Here's the thing. I said it plenty of times on the show. Everybody wants a movie to be Oscar worthy, and it doesn't need to be that. It doesn't need to be. Movies sometimes are just there to be movies. They don't need to be Oscar worthy, and that's the problem. And kind of just what you were saying, the MCU has created such a bar that when you don't even get close to that bar, automatic trash. It's like automatic. It's automatic because, and I didn't even think about it, but New Mutants is the perfect example. Just like Eternals. Now, was Eternals great? No, but I really felt like people had a problem with it because they actually had to sit there and listen to the story, and it wasn't action blazing in every damn scene.
It was alright.
It was alright.
This is me. Was alright.
It was alright. It wasn't bad. It was alright. And damn, man, New Mutants gets no love for that, and that upsets me because New Mutants was really. So if you're watching this, go support New Mutants because it was not as bad as everybody was saying it was. Like it really was not.
My bias for movies that exceed what not even say exceed expectations, but my bias for movies where I give it a higher score is when it's like, when it's underrated, like Malignant. Malignant is so underrated that it deserves a 7 because it's
one of the best horror movies.
It's not that bad. Like
one of the best horror movies I done seen in like a year, in like 2 years. Like, it really was good.
And this is kind of this might be a bad take for me, but in certain cases for me, it's for me when people underrate things so bad, I'ma overrate it because y'all underrate it so bad.
I mean, so bad.
And that's so bad. Like y'all so disrespectful.
That's how I feel every time I bring up Venom.
I knew he was gonna say it. I knew he was gonna say fucking Venom.
You know,
I just knew he was gonna say Venom.
It's like a one-man army, but I'm staying strong.
But you know what, Scott? Just like how I stood on that hill for Thor: Love and Thunder, I'm glad you standing on that hill for Venom. I'm glad you are, bro. I'm glad you standing on that hill. I appreciate you saying
there's a clear difference though.
That
Venom really isn't, as you said, is not that bad. But Thor: Love and Thunder, it's pretty bad.
Scott, oh my god,
it's pretty bad.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I don't even know where to begin with Venom.
Oh my god.
Wait, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I know they announced Venom 3, but who's in it?
Wait, hold up.
Wait
a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They coming up with a third one?
Yeah. Because
after the second one?
You gotta understand, Venom 2 probably made that money, man.
Yeah. It probably made his budget. Yeah, that's true.
Yep, there will be indeed a third Venom movie confirmed by Tom Hardy himself.
He must be like the executive producer or something.
Yeah, Tom Hardy and Tom Hardy and Kelly Marcel returned to pen the script.
And
Oh yeah, he's writing his own script. Nice.
What was the other actor people used to make fun of that used to write their own scripts and it'd just be terrible? It's not Tyler Perry. I thought it was.
I was about to say Tyler Perry.
But I thought it was somebody else. I thought it was somebody else that we used to make fun. Like you could clearly tell he was writing himself, and it'll come to me later. It's somebody we used to make fun of who used to do something like that. Tyler Perry, I ain't gonna do it.
Well, here's my thing. Tyler Perry stuff has good intention. It has, and it normally has a great message in it. I think the execution sometimes is off.
It's just over the top.
Yeah, but he suffers from a lot of the same problem we're talking about. When there's a serious moment happening, it always has to get cut with a joke. He does it all the time in the show. The one with the with the mom that has the limp and the father who was the fire chief, like. He does it all the time there. Like they'll be having a serious conversation and then he'll say something like, well, let me go get those potatoes out the oven or some shit like that. And it always is you get what I'm saying? Like that's what Tyler Perry's probably like. Sometimes the shit is just not serious where it needs to be serious. Like I'm kind of like, whoa, that was kind of like a serious point, and you just gonna hop over there with a joke. But okay, to each their own.
My only thing with Tyler Perry is he has the powers that most black people don't have in Hollywood, and I think he should expand his creativity a little further past Big Mama presidents and
well, I thought
social and sexual interactions and stuff.
What's the one where he played the Tom Clancy one?
Alex Cross.
Yeah, that was good. When he played Alex Cross, that was good.
Okay.
Scott, I don't like that face you making right there. Like, you didn't think it was okay though?
No, but that's not my point though. No, well, that's part of my point. I mean, I appreciate that, but why isn't he writing, producing, directing, executive producing other people that might be able to do a better job of putting black people in different positions than the standard big mama black man cheating on white black man for a single father, blah blah blah. The whole black story that we hear a bunch of times. Respectfully, I'm not saying stay away from it. I'm just saying you can give us some other different stuff. I like to see a black detective.
Because he built this hundreds of $1 million empire, and
with
he probably is in the mindset of if it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
Fix it.
Yeah, I agree.
I like a black Star Wars, black Star Trek, black detective, black lawyer.
But you know what would be great about that? It will be good, but I don't think that's his. I think he would be confused. And now, don't get me wrong. As the head, you can hire people who will understand that. But and then you know what? That kind of will be great because I watched Naomi. That's produced by Ava. What's her name? Yes. And
I just saw a trailer for Dungeons and Dragons with Chris Pine.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They're making a Dungeons and Dragons movie?
They made one a few years ago, didn't it? But this is like a different take.
And you know what's funny? My scary movie list I almost put the Marlon Wayans Dungeons and Dragons on it.
Marlon Wayans, yes.
But out of respect for Marlon, I left it off my list.
Whoa. In respect for Marlon, he has a movie on Netflix called The Haunting of like Bridge. It's a Halloween joint, and the girl from Stranger Things who plays Erica is in it. Hey guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was pretty good.
It's a comedy or scary?
It's more like a comedy. It's more like it's along the lines of like Hocus Pocus.
Oh,
whoa!
Like
first off, whoa!
What you're not gonna do is disrespect Hocus Pocus. Let's
not disrespect Hocus Pocus.
Oh, okay. I thought we was going to disrespect Hocus Pocus. Wait a minute.
Let's not do that.
Okay.
What we're not going to do.
Okay.
All right. Now, Hocus Pocus 2.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm with you. I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know.
I was like, it's very. It's very light.
Yeah,
the first movie they were sucking the souls out of kids. This one, they're.
I agree. I agree. Hocus Pocus 2 is kind of like, I don't know.
Y'all fall for it every time.
I mean, it's Hocus Pocus. Of course, I'm going to watch it, Jay. It's Hocus Pocus. I have no choice.
The sequel,
you're right. I had to see it, but it's like Disney doesn't have that too many Halloween stuff besides Twins with Tia and Tamara.
Halloween Town,
Hocus Pocus, and Halloween Town. That's grade A right there. Like, that's grade A.
We're talking about Hocus Pocus 2 being made by people who probably had nothing to do
with the first. I agree. Yeah, they kind of, and you could tell they kind of missed like the whole point of like. It didn't even feel like the same Hocus Pocus. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was good seeing the actors and stuff, actresses and all that. That was fine.
Shout out to Sarah Jessica Parker. I love Sex in the City. I love you, girl.
I love Sex in the City.
It went from trying to stay alive to going after the descendant. It just didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I agree. I was kind of like, okay, whatever. So, but next week, get your popcorn, get your water.
I can't believe
because next week
what I saw.
Next week gonna be fire.
I can't believe what I
but
saw.
Here's the thing: we're gonna have to try to keep it under an hour, guys.
I'm so appalled, son. I'm so appalled.
And it's funny because I know how you feel, because I feel like you haven't told me, but I feel you and I feel the same way. I feel like you and I feel the same way.
When I walked out the movie theater, because when I walked out the movie theater, I sat in the car for like a good 2 minutes and I just stared at the windshield, literally, literally, and I'm like, this world is getting out of hand. With how things are moving when it comes to opinions, critiques, and it's like it's just getting out of hand.
I literally said when I left, I said I can never believe another review ever again if I don't see it myself.
Yeah. Like real quick, there's a JoJo fighting game that came out on the Xbox, right?
Yes. Great game.
And that they gave it like a review, gave it like a 6 or a 7, right? I didn't care because I'm a JoJo fan. The only thing I literally looked for was the gameplay. And when I was just like, look, if the gameplay is like a Naruto game where everything is one button, I'm not going to buy it. Mm-hmm. But if the gameplay is like Street Fighter or something that requires some technical ability, I'll buy it. Mm-hmm. And I found out that it was that, I bought it. And I love it. And
just hold it to next week, because we had an hour. Scott, next week, bro. Scott, I don't want to hear no excuses, because you out of all people are the one I want to see it, because I truly want to know what you think. Scott, as much as we talk shit about you when you are here, like I need you to be on this show, because you are our boy. You are our brother in arms. Like, I want to know what you think, because I truly want to know your opinion.
I know y'all screens might look different. This hand is Scott. Venom 1 and 2, or Love and Thunder and Ragnarok.
Whoa. I don't have Venom 1 and 2 in the same. Nah. You tossed 2 out. I am in agreement that Venom 2 was ass.
All right.
Just so you know.
Next week, y'all, it's our Black Adam episode. Like, we can't do it this week because I feel like I was talking to a lot of people, because normally when movies come out, I try to see how many people saw it. A lot of people still didn't see Black Adam. But next week, we're on for Black Adam. So here it is, Black Adam next week. Scott, I love you. I love y'all. If you can't be good at it. And y'all know, y'all can say y'all outros and everything like that. So nothing to say.
No matter what nobody tell you, even if it's shit-hawk, man, just enjoy what you enjoy.
Just enjoy what you enjoy. Until then, y'all, stay frosty.